Aw man, I get to talk about Aladdin for Genesis? Okay, so this game is phenomenal, and it's actually one of my most favorites of all time. This is the perfect example of how to turn a movie into a video game correctly. And hey, it's got some mad credentials. Did you know that Electronic Gaming Monthly named this 1993 Video Game of the Year? Out of every video game that came out that year, they chose a movie tie-in game? That never happens. And not only that, this is the third highest selling Genesis game of all time. What beat it? Sonic the Hedgehog at number 1 and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 at number 2. Dang, that's impressive considering the massive Sega Genesis library. Be happy, Aladdin, be happy. So one of the first things that you'll probably notice is how good the characters look. I mean, look how good the animation is on Aladdin. It looks like they took him straight out of the movie and just threw him into the video game. Well, that's because they used a process called Digicel, where they actually got Disney animators to create the character movements, making it look like they're in the movie. So throughout this adventure, you have two forms of attack, a sword and apples. I know the latter sounds kind of weak, but you'd be surprised how often they come in handy. Now, let's talk about Easter eggs, because this game had many Easter eggs before Easter eggs were cool. Oh, what am I saying? They've always been cool. Okay, so in the dungeon, you can see Sebastian from The Little Mermaid chained to the wall. That's depressing. And in that same level, you can see a familiar scene from a famous Disneyland ride. The dog holding the key from Pirates of the Caribbean, and a hand trying to get the key from him. Oh, and let's not forget those famous Mickey Mouse ears that when you lean into them, you get an extra life. That is so awesome! And the Sega Genesis in the background of the lamp level. Maybe that's what the genie was doing for 10,000 years. Yeah, phenomenal cosmic power and itty-bitty living space. That's the Sega Genesis. Am I right? Okay, I'm going to share a cute little story from my childhood. Remember those PlayStations that Target used to have? No, not PlayStations, but PlayStations. So, young me thought that I was going to be the coolest kid in town and make everyone think that I beat Aladdin in under 5 minutes. You see, there's this code that you can enter to skip stages. Just press pause on the game and then press AA, BB, AA, BB, A, and then you will automatically be skipped to the next stage. Well, I kept doing this over and over and over again until I finally got to the game over screen. And then I put the controller down and walked away. Like a boss. And everyone thought I beat the game in under 5 minutes. I thought I was so cool at the time. And you know what? I was! So definitely give Aladdin a play whenever you have the opportunity. It just might be the greatest movie to video game of all time.